Hi Libra, welcome to August. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. So this month we start the month off on August 1st with Mars, Uranus, and the North Node coming together in Taurus. Then Mercury moves into Virgo on August 5th. We have a full moon in Aquarius on the 11th, which is favorable to your sign. Venus, your ruling planet, moves into Leo on August 12th, the day after. Mars moves into Gemini on August 21st. Uranus goes retrograde in Taurus on the 24th. And we have a new moon in Virgo on the 27th, which is in your 12th house. So let's see what the cards say. We'll get into the astrology later. What do the cards say for Libra in terms of love and relationships? What do the cards say for Libra in terms of love and relationships for August 2022? What is coming up for Libra? In relationships for August 2022. Okay, the Star, the Seven of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Moon, the Tower, the Five of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the card at the bottom of the deck is the Justice card. Okay, that's your card, Justice, Scales. All right, so we start out the month with the Star and the Seven of Wands. The Star is a card of hope, wishes fulfilled. It doesn't guarantee immediate success, but it's saying that if you have this goal or a dream, it is definitely something that you can achieve. You just have to not give up. Don't quit. Because the road, you may run out of patience thinking like nothing's ever going to happen. But the Star is, yes, hope. You can have your wish. You can have your goal. So if you're looking for love, it's on this month. I'm seeing the Two of Cups here with the Four of Wands. Now, you have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is about fighting for what you believe in, standing your ground. It also means that you have the upper hand in a situation. So if there's competition, if you're interested in someone and maybe there's other people involved, you are the favored person. You have the upper hand. You can overcome the competition, or you can overcome any obstacles that's standing in the way of you and the person you want to be with. You have the Two of Pentacles here in the past, so you've been juggling a lot. And you have the Ten of Wands. That's like carrying a heavy burden, working hard. So you might have been really involved in work, where you haven't had time for love. You've had too many projects going on, too many things to take care of. Sometimes the Two of Pentacles can mean you're trying to hold it all together. You've got all these irons in the fire, and you're overburdened with the Ten of Wands, and you just feel like I've got too much on my plate. And you're trying to pretend everything's okay, but at some point, I've got to let some things go. I can't keep all this juggling. It's just too much. The Justice card is here, which is a great card. If you're wondering, if you're waiting for an outcome of something, like someone to make a decision, Justice usually means that the decision goes in your favor. If you're involved in any kind of legal situation with someone, justice will be done. There'll be a fair outcome, a favorable outcome. It's also a card of karma. So it could be that, okay, I've gone through a lot. When are good things going to change? When are good things going to come into my life? I feel like there's a potential for you to meet someone that could be a karmic connection. That is like karmic reward for everything that you've gone through in the past. Because I feel like you're going through some major changes this month. Now you have the Page of Swords here and the Moon. The Page of Swords is a card of, it could be a card of gossip and spying. There could be a spy in your midst, so you want to be careful who you're talking to. Someone may be going back with tales, and especially with the Moon here, there could, you may want to question. Be careful who you talk to, and if you're hearing gossip, it may not be true. That's another thing with the Page. You have to look deeper. So if there's something that you're not sure about, go to the source. Go and talk to someone face to face and say, hey, I heard this blah, blah, blah about you. Is that true? Because you may not be hearing the truth. You might be hearing falsehoods. There could be a troublemaker in your midst. Someone trying to just, stir the pot. So be careful what you believe. Be careful what you hear. Be careful how you speak. Who you're talking to. Sometimes the Page of Swords could mean that you have to have a difficult conversation with someone. A lot of times the Moon is imagination working overtime. So you might be thinking like, oh, maybe this person's working against me. Maybe that person's talking about me. Who's talking about me? Who do I trust? It may just be your imagination in some cases, that you don't know what the information is and you're blowing things out of proportion. So you don't want to do that either. So that's why I'm saying the best way to deal with a situation is to go to the source. If you have any kind of confusion about anybody, don't listen to gossip because it may be exaggerated. You have the Tower here. That's in your negative thinking sector. The Tower is like a wake-up call. So there could be some truths that come out and you see things for how they really are. The Tower can sometimes be a blow to someone's ego, or it could also be a release from an oppressive situation. So if you're struggling, like if you're in a relationship that's a bit oppressive, it can mean freedom. If you're in a situation where you thought you knew somebody, now you're seeing the truth. I mean, the Tower brings truth. The lightning striking the Tower, it's like if you're in the dark about something, if you're not seeing something, the Tower is going to make you see it. And once you see the truth, you can't, unsee it. But it also sets you free because you're no longer blind to a person's behavior. So if you have someone in your environment, especially with this Five of Wands, that is like a frenemy or someone you think is on your side but they're not, some truth may be revealed about that person. So just be careful. But either way, the Tower is a good thing. People say, oh, the Tower. It really, if you're on the wrong path, the Tower is going to destroy it so that you can get on the right path. So it's not really a negative thing. It's just that it creates chaos while you're in it. It's like, okay, it's blowing away. It's taking away what's no longer serving you. The Tower is like, okay, my old life is crumbling, but I'm going to be able to build a new life on the ruins of that old life that's going to be much better for me. You have the Five of Wands in your environment. There could be some competition in a situation. Maybe at work you're having, or if it's not at work, it could be that people are not working together. They're not seeing eye to eye. People need to get on the same page. In a relationship, it could mean that you're fighting over petty BS. It's nothing not a major disagreement. It's just little things like, oh, you left the toilet seat up. Oh, you left your clothes on the floor here. You didn't put the dishes away. Those kind of things. I asked you to bring me a loaf of bread and you didn't. You forgot. You're late again for dinner. Whatever it is. Those little things. It could also mean internal conflict. Maybe you're trying to decide what to do about a relationship. But I feel like you're going to see the truth about something this month, and that's going to change your opinion on where you focus your energy. And then you have the Four of Wands in your wish fulfillment with the Two of Cups. So I feel like love is on. So I'm not seeing this. It could be like a friendship. You see the truth in a friendship. And then you decide to, it opens you up. It frees you in some way. Because the Tower is like, okay, I'm rebuilding from scratch, and I'm connecting with someone that I really I'm really compatible with. The Two of Cups is a soulmate connection, and that's coming. Once you can get through all this deception, and once you get past the troublemakers and the deception and the false rumors and gossip, you can connect with someone this month that's really good for you, that can bring stability to your life, and possibly even marriage, because the Four of Wands can be a marriage card. But even if it's not marriage and commitment, it is definitely stability. It is success. It's victory. So I feel like you're going to overcome. If you have people working against you at work, you're going to be able to overcome that. If you have someone spreading gossip in a relationship, you can overcome that. You're going to see the truth. The truth is going to come out with the Tower. And in a way, that's a good thing for you, because once you see, okay, I see how this person really is, you're not going to, you're going to be on the right path, because you won't be wasting your energy and your time on someone who's toxic. And especially with justice in the reading, justice represents karma. So you don't have to be the agent of karma. Like if somebody's doing you wrong, spreading gossip about you, they're going to get theirs, because everybody gets what they deserve. So don't worry about getting revenge. Just, let it go. Let the universe take care of them. Because we're living in a time now where we have to get on the right path. We have to, if we do anything that hurts another person purposely, it's going to come back to us. Whatever you put out there is coming back, and it's quicker. Like in the past, it may have taken years before you get your, karmic reward, comeuppance, whatever. But now it's happening quicker. The action and the reactions are happening at a faster speed. Things are speeding up. So you have to make sure that you're doing the right thing. As long as you're being honest and you're being truthful, you'll be okay. And let the troublemakers just hang themselves, because they will. So that's what I want to say about that, because you are due for some karmic reward. Now, karma, it's really a reaction to whatever you put out there. So if you put love out there, and you put honesty out there, and you put, willingness to work with everyone and make peace and create a win-win, you're going to get that consideration back. So leave the naysayers, leave the troublemakers, leave the gossipers behind. And just focus on the love that you want to create, that you want to give, and the love that you want to receive. So let's see, what do the angels have to say for Libra? What do the angels have to say? What message do we have for Libra from the angels? Blessings. Oh, that's good. Okay. Love, light, blessings. Through this card, you are being showered with angelic light. Accept the blessings about to come your way, and know that you deserve to be and have all your heart desires. You are being lovingly guided along a golden path, a magical journey through which you shall discover your true essence, the infinite and eternal you. Congratulations. So, like I said, blessings are on the way. Love is on the way. Don't get caught up in petty gossip or competition. Just do your thing and ignore everything else, and you'll be fine. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So you have this Mars-Uranus North Node conjunction happening in your 8th house. That's a financial house. So there could be some shakeups around money issues, or like a will, an inheritance, insurance payout, taxes. There might be some crisis where you might have to go to a bank and get a loan. But it could also be a positive thing where you win, your partner gets a raise or a promotion, and now you have extra money and you can pay off your bills, or you can pay off your debts. But there's going to be some surprises. When Uranus and Mars come together, it's usually an explosive aspect. Something happens suddenly. It creates some kind of crisis where you have to take action. But maybe it's a wake-up call where you realize, you know what, I need to pay more attention to my debts, or I have to pay my taxes, I have to set up some kind of plan, or I have to make more money in some way. So in the end, it's going to be good. You have a full moon on the 11th happening in your 5th house. So the moon is conjunct Saturn in the 5th house. The sun is in your 11th house of friendship, the groups that you belong to. So the full moon usually brings things to light. So you're going to see the truth about friendships. You're going to see the truth about a romance. If you're involved in a romantic relationship, there might be something coming to completion around children or romance or friendships, the groups that you belong to. And this is all squaring Uranus and Mars in the North Node. So it has to do with money. It has to do with, it could be financial support. It can also be like the 8th house is also dealing with the shadow, our dark side. What is holding you back from bonding on an intimate level with someone? Is there any kind of money thing going on with a new romance or with children or with friendships? Some financial thing. That's all going to come to a head. But the good thing is it's going to allow you to see what needs to be done, and you're going to be able to take action once you realize what you have to do. Now, the North Node will be trining Mercury in the 12th house, and you have Venus. So when the North Node, the 12th house and 8th house, those are more psychological houses. So you might be doing a lot more thinking and soul searching. Maybe there are certain things you need to release, certain psychological fears or blockages. You have to close out like old karma when you're dealing with the 12th house. It's time to let go. It's time to carve a new path. You have Venus in the 10th house, so things are really great at work. You might be working on a new creative project or getting along better with your colleagues. And it's sextile Neptune in the 6th. No, it's actually trine Neptune in the 6th. What am I saying? But it's opposing Pluto in Capricorn in the 4th. So there could be some power struggles around home and family. Like while things are going good at work, you may have some issues at home to take care of. Someone might be throwing their weight around. There could be something happening in the home. Just be careful you don't fall for any kind of power struggles or manipulation, or either whether you're doing it or the other person's doing it. Sometimes Pluto, because there are powerful feelings involved with Venus and Pluto. The emotions are intense. And because someone knows that you have a strong connection with them, they can wield power through your love for them. So you want to be on guard that you're not doing that, or you're not falling victim to that from a partner. Mars is trining Pluto. So Mars is giving you energy to tackle things that you may not want to have dealt with in the past. Especially if it has to do with some kind of inheritance. You might be battling with family members, who gets what. Mars is also squaring Saturn. Saturn is in your 5th house, so you may feel like you're too busy with work to have fun and romance. You might feel like I have too many obligations. I want to get out and do things. I want to have more fun, but I can't. I have too much going on at work. But that could be just an excuse that you tell yourself because you're afraid of intimacy. So, what else is happening? Venus trine Neptune is great because it means like it's love, creativity. You could really form a very romantic connection at this time with someone. You could, maybe get together and do something creative, and you'll have a great time. Then we have this new moon in your 12th house. So it's a good time to deal with any kind of psychological issues. Sometimes the 12th house has to do with prisons, hospitals, nursing homes, institutions. And it also is a psychological house. So it's squaring Mars in your 9th house. So maybe your belief systems, you might be, maybe have to pick up some new skills. You might be traveling. 9th house has to do with long distance travel, higher education. When Mars is there, it's, I feel like you might have to go on a trip that has to do with work, where you have to learn some new skills. But it's going to help you because you have Mercury now moving into Libra. You're going to be more, more social, more communicative. You may feel like reaching out to people now. Before you were in kind of hermit mode. Venus is in the 11th house. So a friendship could turn to love. You could find love through a group of people that you know or a friendship. It's squaring Uranus and Saturn. So this Uranus is in the 8th, Saturn is in the 5th. It could come out unexpectedly. Or maybe there's someone you want to connect with, but you have too much work. Or you feel blocked in some way, because Saturn creates fear or blockage, maybe due to obligations. But the potential is there. You just have to overcome the Venus is opposing Saturn. It's like keeping you, like work is keeping you away from the people you want to be with. You're too busy with work to have fun. But that's just temporary. You have Mars sextile Jupiter in the 7th. So now, if you do any traveling, it could lead to connecting with someone. Like Jupiter's in the 7th, so it's very favorable right now. If you're not in a relationship, it's a good time to look for one. Because Jupiter in the 7th can bring a wealthy partner. Or someone who's very optimistic, someone who exposes you to new things. And since Mars is in the 9th, it's possible that, you could meet someone while you're traveling. Or if you're going back to school to learn new skills, maybe there's someone in your class that's intriguing. If you do meet someone, it could be someone that has a different belief system than you or a different culture. Or they could be at a distance. I mean, these are all the ways it could manifest. Maybe it's someone who's like at a distance. Maybe that's why it's hard to get together, because they're not close by. And you have to make an effort to get together with this person. But then you're busy with work and all this other stuff, and you haven't been able to do it, So, but in any case, you have a new moon in your 12th house, which means it's time for healing. You have a potential to heal and to release anything that's been holding you back and to deal with any kind of psychological blockage. It brings things, that it's kind of like a closure at the 12th house. What do I need to release? What cycle in my life do I need to close out? Because next month you're going to have this new moon in your sign. It's going to be more of a time for new beginnings, like a new you, a rebirth. So now's the time to process your life and release what you need to release. It's a time for healing. And it's preparing you for the new beginning that's coming next month. So that's my forecast, Libra. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what's going on in your life. If you would like a private reading where we discuss your specific situation, click on the link in the description box. It will take you to my website and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, have a wonderful August, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.